here we go.
Here
the
we
night before
are.
Christmas.
Yes, at the Arcade Comedy Theater.
So this is, yes, a full musical?
No,
Or play.
a play.
Produced
It's
at
a-
Arcade Comedy Theater.
Yeah, which
so you're
is
not,
interesting. They've done a couple plays now. They're expanding.
And I have to tell you, of the ones I have seen, I've been very impressed.
Cool.
So yeah, you're not just seeing sketch comedy. There
No.
are full-fledged shows, and this is one of them.
And this is by a Scottish playwright, Anthony Nielsen. And he actually was one of the founders of the, I don't know if you've ever heard of this, In Your Face theater style.
I've heard the phrase.
Yeah, it's a theater style.
So what, like a legit defined style of theater, in-your-face theater? Because I would assume, in-your-face theater is maybe like a little offensive and loud and up close. Is that
Exactly. And that's
Okay.
why I wrote down the definition of what in-your-face style is about,
Okay.
because I thought I could explain better than I could.
Let's hear the...
So the definition is blatantly aggressive or provocative, impossible to ignore or avoid.
Well, what a
and that's
wonderful-
a wonderful way to describe the show.
And a wonderful treat for the holidays.
Yeah. This is not Dickens. This is not... this is bass. This is down and dirty, baby.
That's probably good to specify. Not to presume that that's not entertaining, but what a wonderful foil to the Nutcracker that we see every year
Yes.
and a Christmas Carol that we see every year. So it's a nice alternative to
Yes,
that.
quirky, unexpected, different take on Christmas.
Yeah.
It's sprinkled with lots of raw language, and I have to say it's very funny. A lot of really funny laugh lines, but we're talking dark humor here. This is not Sugar Plum Fairies dancing in your head.
I was tipped off by the elf in bondage
Yeah.
on the front. That's key there.
And it's a play that takes place in London in 1995. Unfortunately, there's a glossary in the playbill, and anybody that goes to see this, I suggest before you watch the show, read that glossary, because I would have been lost. There are so many British terms that
slang.
I was unfamiliar with. Yeah.
In the back?
No, I turned down the corner because I thought you'd want to see it.
Yeah.
Some of them are funny.
British insults and naughty words. Now,
Yeah.
how bad are these actually? Can we say them on...
I don't know.
Poofter is a homosexual. Well, I knew that.
I knew that one.
Scrubber is a sex worker. A spiv is a petty criminal. A swizz has multiple means, but the most... Oh, okay. Well, you know what? We'll let you read that.
Read it at the play.
I enjoy,
Yeah.
yes.
But on the surface, this just looks like a show about three kind of seedy characters. John Feitner works in a
Is
warehouse.
not a seedy character. He's playing a seedy
character is, yes. In fact, he has a wonderful stage presence. Have you seen him
Yeah.
on stage? Great stage presence. And he plays Gary, the caustic kind of tough guy, but he has a little nuance of sensitivity to him.
Mm.
He's fun to watch. And his friend is Justin Vetter, who's a more skeptical, cynical kind of a character. And their other friend is played by Emily Welsh. She's Cherry, the... Shall we call it a lady of the night?
We shall. Or wait a minute.
And-
No, we shall call it
What does it say there?
a scrubber.
Okay, she's a
Remember?
scrubber.
Didn't you pay attention when we had the lesson just a minute ago?
And she was really good in the role because she was sexy, she was tough, but she still had a little bit of humanity to her too. And the other character was adorable. Vanessa St. Clair plays the elf. And she is so innocent and so sweet in this role. She has the most funny facial expressions, and the way she uses her eyes, and she's really such a foil to their kind of nastiness. But what happens, the elf is detected in the warehouse, and the question is she really one of Santa's elves, as she says she is? Or is she breaking in to try to steal things? And
she's not an elf at all?
Yeah,
Or-
and that's how this goes. So it was a fun show, and it really, when you look deeper, it looks into the commercialism of Christmas and satirizes how commercialized Christmas is. But this runs through the 21st of December, and I don't think anybody would be disappointed unless they're going to see, Sugar Plum Fairies and Dancing Elves and la la la. That's certainly
you can
not
get that
this.
elsewhere.
Yeah, you don't come here for that. Be prepared to have your ears stinging a little bit with some of the language, but it all plays in to how funny it is.
Right, but don't you think, yeah, you can get away with, vulgarity if it's funny.
And it was.
Yeah. So it's... Yeah.
It never once did I feel like, oh my goodness, that's offensive. It just fit in with the characters and the kind of people they are and the kind of lives they live. It was
They
authentic.
earned the filth.
They did.
Right. That's the way to do it.
Complete debauchery. They talked about that in the play.
Now, see, if I were them, I would use that as the, the reviewed, tagline. Complete debauchery, says Lottie the theater lady. I'd go.
Well, I'm stealing their line if I say that.
Complete debauchery? Well, I'd better buy a ticket.
Okay. I think I said it all.
You're spent. All right. It runs through December 21st, 2019 at Arcade Comedy Theater, the night before Christmas. See it before the night before Christmas. Did that work? Did that make sense?
Yeah.
We'll go with that.